Hello and welcome to Reuzel Live. Today is February 17th, 2025. My name is Nicholas Giverson with Reuzel Education, and today we have a very special presentation all the way from Vilnius, Lithuania. We've got Scumbassador Dennis Nikitin. Dennis, take it away. How are you, my friend?
Hello guys, hello everyone. Today we're coming like straight from the wilderness, snowy wilderness. It's really cold today. Uh, we're gonna do today some hair, I gonna teach some stuff and I'm gonna share some tips and tricks. So, I'm really like excited, guys, to share with you some information. So, can you hear me? It's the sound is going well.
I can hear you, but it
Hello.
sounds like you're a robot. I don't know what's happening. It was fine when we checked that
Okay.
5 minutes ago.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe that's right now. Maybe it's better.
I think it might just be the Wi-Fi.
So it is fine or not? Let me know, please.
It's breaking up a little bit. Let me see if I can
It's
fix it on
breaking
my
up.
end.
Yeah.
All right, try it again.
No, no, not really. Just a second. Sorry. Maybe Wi-Fi is poor. Like 1 2 1 2. It's better.
Go again.
Right now it's better.
A little bit better.
Okay. So let's try. Like let's start. Okay, guys. So for today, I'm preparing some crop top chop with some surf punch, with some curly waves, and I would like to give him a little bit kind of a surf boy look. I'm planning to make front fringe a little bit more heavy and slightly disconnected on the sides. So that's the plan. Okay. So here we go. First things first, like we're gonna use the water. And I'm gonna do some separation for the hair. Like, it's really nice curls. To be honest, like I really like to work with curly hair. I have curly hair myself, and I also like to play with styling. So we find the parietal ridge is exactly where the head have a curls, and because my haircut and the whole hair we're gonna wear to the front, so I gonna comb it everything to the front as well for my separation. Because section we know this really well, but I'm gonna remind this. So section is direction. So we find the parietal, separate the hair. I'm gonna drop the crown naturally, so I'm not gonna separate like too much on the crown. Um, and I'm gonna do it the same like on another side. Simple as that. Make the hair really moist, like so use the water a lot, like and then you squeeze, you glue it. Make sure it's well balanced, separated well. Um, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm searching for. What kind of horseshoe section for the some squareness. Use a few clips, and we're gonna start. We're gonna start from the baseline, or blow graduation, whatever you're gonna call. But and we can do this like in a little bit different ways. And when I'm teaching academies, like so, I like to challenge my student and ask them to do with the same technique and the same things with the different tools and instrument. Yeah. So in my opinion, I think like if you're gonna learn to do this like with a clipper over comb, use the same. You can do this with the scissors or the opposite. And I think when you switch the techniques or tools to use the same techniques, I think it's give you a little bit more of the understanding of what we're actually doing. So for today, my choice it's gonna be drop for the scissors for the shares. Uh, what the have, and I think it's so simple, yeah, because we take the section, we pull right 90 degree. Yeah, I'm controlling, and I'm cut. Boom. Again, 90-degree angle, and I create. So I create my baseline right behind, right, I'm sorry, not behind, right in the front of the ear. And I'm gonna be slightly drop, like on the side. And I'm gonna start to use the diagonal section, yeah, because my hat is starting to go like around here. Take the hair, connect, we go. So I use my previous cut like in my guide, slightly over direct my second section, pick it 90 degree, zoom it from the top, and I repeat everything. So I'm over direct my previous cutting line, my, my new cutting line to the previous. So 3 to 4, like 4 to 3, or 5 to 4. So here we go. Connect. And actually, in the shop, I'm not alone. So it's my friend, my colleague, like it's Khan behind the camera. Say hi, Khan. It's, there is some guys also. There is some boys. It's my students. It's right over here. And we have the Tom also, the photographer. Tom. So that's the whole team. That's the backstage. So when I'm finished already across, so you're gonna do right the same thing on on the left side. So I'm gonna be copy kind of almost repeating the shape of the head, but I'm not gonna do around it here. I'm not gonna round my graduation right over here. Why? Because I want to make his fringe even looks more wider and bigger and more heavy. So that's my idea. To the section, like, and I use like my finger length, yeah. And I always explain for student of mine, like, so that's like your finger length. It's something around 1 centimeter, yeah, more or less. A- And it's gonna be perfectly fit, let's say, to number 3. If you're gonna use a number after. So when I create my baseline from the ear to the front, and I'm gonna switch my technique to the diagonal section. I'm gonna go to the back. Oh, same section. Separate. It's ready to get rid of the drive. Here you go. Room. Pick. I have a question. So if the guys you can hear me well, so how you prefer to do baseline? More with the scissors or more with the clip or comb, and why? Anyone? Make sure it's nice and clean. Here we go. So like I noticed before, like the fringe is gonna be slightly disconnected. And I want to frame really strong in the front because it's gonna be a curly hair, like it's gonna be curls right in the front. So I think it's just the strongest part of the hair of the this hairstyle of the haircut. Separate. I'm not gonna chop too much because curly hair is quite tricky things. It's just like just a bit.
Hey, Dennis.
Yo,
Hey,
hello.
I asked your question in the chat, just in case they couldn't hear you. How do you prefer to set up
Yeah,
your baseline with scissors or
yeah.
clippers? And Steven the barber's from Oregon. He said he prefers to set up his baseline with scissors.
Oh, with the scissors. So why so? Because of the control or because of what? Like, okay, so what's the main point of view of his preparation? So why is preferred like more scissors than
Let me ask him. I'll get back to you. And then we have another
yeah, I
person,
mean
Emmy.
if it's possible, we gotta just like try to like enter in some conversation because like it's just the best to have like QA a bit. Because I use both, but to say for me, I think it's the best to use scissors. So I like more scissors.
We're getting a couple answers in now. It looks like it's varying depending on the situation. Uh, some are
Uh,
saying scissors almost every time, unless they're doing a bald fade. Some say it just depends on the haircut. Depends on the overall look that they're trying to achieve with the haircut.
yeah, yeah, it have sense. Yeah, if you go for the really short something like and yeah, it's basically it's have no reason to use the shares a lot. Okay. Oh, okay. some um, separate the fringe again, just to save it and leave it for me for myself after. So I want to like just even clip. Why? Because I'm gonna use these triangles to kind of slightly over direct my section and cut in the 180-degree. So what it's given me is given us this difference between the long hair and short hair in the fringe. Yeah, and these two corners going to be way much more heavier. So that's one of the, I think the one of the main beauty of this haircut of this crop top. So I'm not gonna touch right now fringe. I'm gonna do a profile line, separate the hair, and I'm gonna chop just a little bit. I want to keep everything nice and square. Boom, then we're gonna drop to one side. And that's exactly what I was talking about. So look, it's kind of a diagonal section, yeah, and I'm gonna start from the front. I'm gonna pick it, and I'm gonna give a twist. You see the difference? So this corner, which one right behind the fringe, is gonna be way much more heavier and even
Hey, everybody, we apologize for the technical difficulties. It seems we've got something going on with the Wi Fi. Uh, when Dennis gets back, we'll jump right back to the presentation. And we are back. Sorry about that, everybody. All right, Dennis. Oh, Dennis, we can't hear you. Still can't hear you. Try taking your AirPods out. And then try checking your settings too if you can.
Can you hear me right now?
Yes, I hear you. Yes, I can see you too. All right.
And
And let
let's
me.
go
All
on.
right. Yeah, we're good. Let's try this.
So, like I've noticed before, guys, so we're just gonna cut the square layer. We just layer they have nothing that much, and I just make a little bit over direction, right in the French corner, close to the French corner. Here's the same thing here, like I just remind you. So I take like a section, take this section, and I go right behind, and look on the and twist. And you're gonna ask me why you're doing this, right? Exactly for over directing the front hair just to make them slightly longer and heavier. Schematically, like it's, I believe, I mean, it is quite fun for me. So this haircut that looks so different. So like if for the compared to the pompadour, but schematically it's so similar. Because behind the ear is going to be slightly disconnected as well. Right now on unclip. And we're gonna go for some connection behind the ear with also with the O direct, because I don't want to connect everything fully. I just want to make these slightly over-directed view, like slightly disconnected view. And when I reach the corner of the fringe, right over here, so I reach the corner which one create, and connect it right over here, and connect everything right behind the ear. So that was my goal. And let's do is exactly the same thing, like right behind, right, right behind the ear, right over here as well, like, on the left side. 1, 2. You take the diagonal sections, twist from the diagonal to the horizontal, over direct slightly. It gives us a hair movement. So I want to push all the hair up into the front. So basically, I'm cutting, so I do everything totally opposite side. You need to remember, guys, so if you push hair to the left, so you're gonna cut, so it's probably gonna go to the right. Use my fringe like a guide. Connect everything. What was planned. Basically, that's all about. Right now, just gonna blow dry, gonna fade it a hair bit. So that's the plan. Okay, so I'm gonna use this product, but a little bit on the opposite way. And I really love this one. Yeah, the surf cream. Not just because I'm surf also and ride waves, but it's give a really beautiful effect. It's kind of make the hair dry and moisturize them at the same time. And I really like to use this like a pre-styler before the blow drying. So that's what we're gonna do right now. And it's something a little bit unusual. So you take like one knuckle, massage, and you go into the hair. Basically on the top I finish, everything is set it up like well, so I don't need that much. I like his natural curl, and I'll use a little bit of the diffuser and maybe even natural dry, so let them little bit dry by himself, like on the left dump a bit, little bit wet, and yeah, I can see like we have like something like 30 minutes. So I'm gonna dry the sides mostly, and we're gonna start for we're gonna start to do a fading. How's the connection right now? Is everything is fine? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, everything looks and sounds better.
Okay. Yeah, on top I'm gonna just leave it like I'm gonna save a little bit of the time. Here we go, like of course I can use right now a lot of different techniques also. I think it's like it's just weapon of choice, like if someone use more numbers, cards, or someone can use more flipper or palm things or like free hands techniques. But I think I'm gonna go with the numbers right now. So I'm gonna take number three all the way close.
Hey, Dennis.
Yo.
Hey, just want to let you know we've got viewers from all over the world right now: U.S., Canada, Mexico, Guatemala, and I believe Rotterdam. So even with
Oh,
the chaos and the technical difficulties, people are sticking through with us.
uh, hola, hello, bom dia. Hello, like, hello everyone, guys. Thank you for watching us. And maybe you guys gonna drop me any idea, like because I was think I'm gonna go for the zero fade or skin fade, something like this. What do you think? So any comments? Okay. So what I like about about this graduation, which one was created, like this baseline. So I use the number three, and it's go straight into it. So there is almost no need the extra work after for the blends. That is what is lovely, I believe. Okay, so we create it was number three close. Then I'm gonna create the zero line. Create the zero line. I'm always use I'm always using the same blade, which one I'm gonna use for the fading after, or even more fat or wider blade. Why? Because I think like if you create a line and then you're trying to, I think with the age it's a lot of mistake like new barber student, my students doing like so he's take a really tiny age and liner or whatever how you're gonna call like, and he's gonna try take this bold line take out with a clipper, which one is just impossible. I think it's work only on the YouTube video, but in reality never. So if you're gonna fade it with this clipper, so use the same clipper to create the board line, and after that's no problem. If you're gonna decide to go shorter here, you can go for the skin or whatever you decide. It is no problem at all. But I think I'll be preferred like so my preference, my weapon of choice for this kind of moments. So I'll be preferred to fade down specifically zeros. So simple as that. I'm gonna use like a number two open and number two close. I'll just make my shadow a little bit lighter. And I'm gonna use number one. For me, it's a little bit hard to explain, but sometimes, let's say, I'll prefer to use the primary guards, and I use number one, close, then open, or open, then close. But I think, to be honest, it doesn't make big difference. I believe it's the same. Like you're gonna go for the 0.5 or for the number one, like. So it's really up to you, like what is first. I'm gonna like to go first with the close. Then I'm gonna spread a little bit of shadow and gonna fade it in. All the way open. Then I close again, just to like make it nice and cleaner. I don't know if this guy is visible or not. And easy as that, like it's like classically, say old school, old fashioned way to do a fading. 0.5, then 0 or half 0 if you need it. So I was thinking for this hair because it's like quite blonde hair. So I was thinking to go for the low fade or for the taper. So I will decide because the guy is young, so I was thinking like, to do it with something a little bit more aggressive a little bit. And I decide go for the 0.5. So I think on a side, number one, fully close, all the way open. I'm trying to keep my model around 45 degrees because I'm working mostly like on the not on the ankle of the blade, so I'm not flicking too much. I'm more in the stroking technique right now. So I think it's really like it's quite a big difference of the fighting technique because someone prefer to have more strokes and someone prefer more a more kind of C movement. Right now I'm using this less and less. I try to go like a more straight up and more straight to the square. 0.5. Zero, all the way close. If you want to adjust something, so half close, but if you actually use the good flick for the zero, so just gonna do it just fine. Okay. Then for the back, I'm probably gonna use the same because I don't see such a lot of difference. Like sometimes I use different techniques. I don't know how are you guys, but I feel sometimes the density of the structure of the hair sometimes is so different. Let's say for the back, specifically close to occipital bone. So idea is like I'm use the primary guides. Use like a 3, 2, 1, open and close all of them, and after if you're gonna need it, you can use extra. I think I'm gonna use a little bit 1.5. Basically, that's it. Same thing, like one open, then you make fully close. Then again, like you repeat like one close, one open. 0.5. 0. And I think, yeah, I'm gonna use a little bit 1.5. And basically that's it. And maybe a bit of the scissors or comb or clipper or comb, just to a little bit blend soft a bit my transition into the like fade into the baseline into the graduation. Okay. I think we should be wrapping little by little, I believe. Take the bottom half. So like I said, like, if you wanna add like a razor or shaver, you can add right over here, like because this is like low fade, low skin fade. I'm gonna take this book out and that's all right. Because I think we need to start styling and do the hair and present the whole haircut already. Yeah. Just a soft bit transition.
Hey, Dennis.
Yo.
I asked our viewers what products they wanted to see you use for this crop, and I just think they're in awe of what you're doing. So go ahead and use whatever you want. They didn't give me any responses.
Okay. Yeah, like I just remind so like pre-style it so we put the surf cream first, yeah. For me it's hard to express myself, but I feel like like it's two best things like you can do for the curly hair, and that's like it make them all really moisture moisturize them or make them even more dry. So and sometimes I try to do both with my products. So that's gonna be the main the main kind of point, the main idea. So I put cream, hair actually almost dried naturally, and I really love this because I think that's actually could be the best way of style the curly hair. Let them naturally dry, so spread some product and dry them out naturally. But sometimes, like so, I mean, in shop we doesn't have that much time, so we use just diffuser, yeah, just to make that the most possible natural look. Yay. So I gonna make them even a little bit more dry with the diffuser. Wait a second. Done. So masterpiece of the opposite things. So we use the surf cream on the wet hair before the dry, and I gonna use the Surf tonic on the dry hand. And I found out, guys, it's actually work so amazing for me. You use like a topper. I saw before it's like a lot of barber use like a topper like our grooming tonic, yeah, and it's worked really good. And me myself, I like use use surf surf tonic like a topper like a finish. Sometimes if I need, I can use little bit more of the powder. And like I said before, so I'm quite happy with the result because we kind of cover up a little bit of the baseline with this heavy corner of the fringe. We frame it front because before it was longer, it was like more loosey. So right now it's more density of the hair and it's more heavy. And I guess this extra corner which one going to the front. So I move all the hair to the front. We have disconnected fringe and quite long top. So yeah, I think that's it. That's it. Kind of
Awesome.
surf, surf, surf look, surfboard look. Yeah.
That
You
looks
guys have.
good. Thanks, Dennis.
Thank you.
And thanks to your whole crew with your camera person and your model. Thanks for
Uh,
everybody being there today. We couldn't have done it without you. And thanks to the viewers. We appreciate you guys sticking with us today through our technical difficulties. We try our best to make sure everything's good before we stream, but you never know what happens when we go live. So we appreciate you being with us. Just a few things before we sign off today. We've got some upcoming events next weekend, February 23rd and 24th in Denver, Colorado at the Denver Academy. We have a modern classics class with a special demo presentation by Rob the Bloody Butcher. So if you're in the area and you have not purchased tickets yet, get on it. And then our fall upcoming Facebook Live, we've got St. Patrick's Day, March 17th. We have Freddie Dean out of St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada. And we will see you next time. Again, thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next month.